welcome to Mastek and Oracle webinar today. This is one in a series of webinars we're having. Today's webinar is going to be on Cloud HCM and the offerings around that. We're going to be specifically talking about some great innovations coming from Oracle on AI, but also a new program called HCM Now. So we've had a number of these webinars, and there's a repository of additional webinars that we have recorded that we can offer you that expand more on AI as well. So first off, I'd like to introduce our team. I'll let them introduce themselves. My name is Rick Anthony. I am a SVP here at Mastek. I've been with Mastek for 5 years, but been in the implementation of Oracle applications well over 25 years. So I've been through numerous iterations of the Oracle applications and can say hand over heart the Oracle Fusion product that's now been developed is the best product that I've seen from Oracle. So that's myself. Along with me, I have Freya, Raj, and AJ. So Raj, could you please introduce yourself?
Sure. Hello, everyone. This is Raj. I look after the customer success at Mastek with HCM focused. Have been within this ecosystem for more than 15 years now. And this is going to be a great webinar where we share what we have done as Mastek in terms of enabling Oracle with all the organizations and improve the efficiency. So looking forward for this webinar.
Thank you. Freya?
Actually, AJ, why don't you go next, and then you can pass it to me, and we'll move on with the presentation.
That sounds great.
Freya, yes. Good afternoon, good morning, everybody. My name is AJ Growick. I am an HCM sales specialist here at Oracle. I align with Freya, one of a number of industry sales executives that I align to. Excited to be part of this webinar, the HCM Now program. Been here at Oracle for north of 4 years and have really seen our product mature over the years. Very excited to show you some of those features along with the HCM Now program, and it's great to see some friends out there in attendance. Over to you, Freya.
Great. You can move forward in the deck too. It's great. Thank you, everybody, for joining. I'll just take us quickly through the agenda. We're going to be talking about Oracle, specifically the Fusion platform, for a few minutes, and then handing it over to Mastek to round it out with the HCM Now program and how the combination of the cutting-edge Fusion applications that are built on a single data model combined with Mastek expertise and out-of-the-box solutions really drive home the concepts of speed, security, and scale. And these are probably subjects that are on your mind every single day as you try to figure out what your strategy is for your go-to-market and your competitive edge in the marketplace. So if you want to just go one more slide ahead, and I'll kind of take this next one, couple of slides. So I've been in sales for the vast majority of my life. One could even argue from the time that I was a kid. And really what's happening here at Oracle in the Fusion space is extremely cutting edge. I returned to Oracle specifically to be able to represent Fusion and what we're doing in the go-to-market. And really my role consists of telling the Oracle Fusion story, because it's not a story that's really well known. Fusion is so different in the market. Essentially, if you think about cloud and cloud software and where it's come in the last 20 years or so, most organizations have cobbled together pieces of software via acquisition, and they've taken something from over here and tried to put it with something else over there, and then deliver a solution to you and make it look like it's all combined. You're looking for something that you really can scale in the market. You're trying to figure out what your strategy is around your AI. You're debating whether or not you're going to pull together bigger teams and sit for 6 months or 12 months and just try to figure out where you're going. Oracle many years ago decided that the way to go to market and really shift things in a critical way to get you to come along on a different journey wasn't to cobble together solutions, but really it was to start from the ground up again in order to really truly give you the capacity as a customer or as a prospective customer to unlock the value of something like AI. So move forward one more slide, please. So what does that really look like? So Fusion is a cloud product that's built on Oracle databases. We're going to talk specifically about the HR component of that. Every single one of your mission critical business processes within your HR organization is inside of this module, which is part of the larger Fusion Cloud platform. That Fusion Cloud platform, again, built on a single data model, gives you the ability to take only the bites that you can chew. And embedded in each one of those then is this AI strategy that's been there from the beginning, so that you as an organization don't have to decide, how you're going to build it out in such a way that you may in the future eventually be able to get absence management or work life or whatever additional things you need, but you can start where you are, built on this cloud infrastructure, and build off of that and potentially even move into other areas of Fusion. So this really gives you scale and speed, and you can move on to the next slide. Every one of your mission critical business processes, every one of your mission critical application processes is in there. We'll talk a little bit about the data model itself, but you're getting out of the box all of your mission critical data in that single data source. So we built from the ground up this infrastructure. That's all the way from any of your HR data to your core general ledger, et cetera, across all of the applications you may have. Today, we're going to specifically talk about how you get your HR strategy off the ground. And then you combine that with the best technology in our AI strategy. You're layering it on top. This is not something that you have to buy and cobble together. This is not something that you're putting on top of other systems and trying to figure out how you're going to pull it all together. This is currently embedded in the way that Oracle goes to market already in the Fusion platform. So you're getting something that's literally turnkey. You don't have to go out and build a complex strategy. You don't have to go out in the market and hire an army of people. You don't have to then decide whether or not that's the right way to go. You don't have to pull all of your data together into a single place. You already have all of that within the Oracle Fusion platform, and you can move forward in terms of what that provides you as an organization out of the box, features that are classic AI features that are already there. None of this is anything that you actually have to go in retroactively and build on top of the HR solution or the Oracle Fusion ERP if you have multiple different parts of the Fusion modules. This is already there. Let's move forward to the generative AI piece. Everybody is talking about generative AI. These are buzzwords that are going on everywhere, and it means different things. So you really do have to scratch under the surface of what are they talking about when they're talking about generative AI. At Oracle, because of the way that we're built on a single data model on Oracle infrastructure, gone back to the beginning, the leadership at Oracle decided we couldn't go to market with the product cobbled together. We went back, we took all of the strengths of Oracle as a historical company, which is data centers, data storage, all of the data built on top of our infrastructure, our middleware, our applications on top of that, then give you the capacity to turn on generative AI. One of the ways that this is being used currently, reviews, annual reviews at every organization, they are so important and they are so time consuming, not just for the employee, but also for the management. Generative AI inside of Oracle HCM allows you to take together all the information that's there and spit out an AI review for you that you can just look at and approve. It always has an element of human control and human management so that you as the client get to control it. It's never just turned over to robots, but you get this embedded functionality that you can turn on. This is very turnkey. And that's just one of the use cases out of the generative AI that's already in the Oracle Fusion platform. So you ask yourself, okay, it's already in there. You have the speed of it being already there. You don't need to go out and spend a ton of money on complex strategy. It's already there. And Raj, you can move forward in the slides, please. It's my Vanna. So what you get, and before I hand it over to the Mastek team, because there are always three parts, it's the old analogy of three legs of the stool. You have the Oracle piece, which is the software. You're purchasing cloud software that has been rebuilt from the ground up to respond to not just what the market needs are today, which you get out of the box, but every market need that you could have in the future. You don't need to have an army of people. You're already leveraging the built-in features. And then when you work with Mastek as a partner, you're getting all kinds of out-of-the-box business processes to accelerate even further the implementation of the HR applications within your world. So you're taking advantage of the speed that's already built in. You're taking advantage of the new go-to-market with the Fusion product that enables you to be up to speed in months rather than years. All of this combined with risk reduction. If you have a single data model, you have one Oracle that you're dealing with. We manage those databases. We have the highest rate of security in the market. Everybody is turning to Oracle. Everybody knows about what's been going on in the news and what that means for your organization. You have significant risk reduction by leveraging the single data model within Oracle, by leveraging all of what is included in that Fusion platform. That reduces your risk and creates a future-proof environment for you as an organization, whether you're just starting out with us or you're expanding into HR from other applications within Fusion. Combine all of that together and you're getting the absolute lowest total cost of ownership that you could potentially imagine. That can touch on your revenue, on your margin, on your risk. This can even touch on legal risks and all kinds of areas that we can help you calculate. And so when you get towards the end of this webinar, there is a call to action, which is and I know Rick is going to speak to this and Raj will speak to this, a risk assessment or free assessment that Mastek can offer you as an organization to give you that additional boost so that you don't have to take your resources internally and try to figure out the areas and the gaps that you need to plug. But you can work with the absolute experts in this HCM Now application to figure out where in HR can you use that boost and then work together with us to figure out what are the nuts and bolts of how you can deliver this to your organization so you can take advantage of speed and risk reduction and total cost of ownership. I think that's it for my part.
Thank you, Freya. Thank you very much. That's very
Thank you.
informative. And there's a lot more to what we're talking about here today. So, I would encourage you, if you haven't already, reach out to Oracle and ourselves so we can arrange demos, high-level demos for you to see the product. Because, I think we all are familiar with some of the features, but to see them in action, it just it takes a whole new meaning. So just about Mastek. So we've been an organization, and we'll talk about it on the next slide, but here's just a snapshot of our over 900 Oracle Cloud customers that we've had over the years. And we are a global company, so you'll see a number of global companies included in that. But there are a number here for the US, and this can continue to grow. We're working with customers on a daily basis and helping them to achieve their HCM solutions and HCM goals. So here's just a few, and happy to set up reference calls with a number of these if you're interested in learning more how companies have gone through a transformation of HCM. So let's go to the next slide, and I'll just give you an overview of Mastek, so you know who we are and what we've done. So overall, on the HCM side, we've got again over 900 actually customers in the HCM space, and over 1,300 Oracle Cloud customers. You can see the various modules that we have the implementation numbers next to. When it comes to payroll, we've been told by Oracle that we've done more Oracle payroll implementations than anywhere globally. Like I said previous, we are an international company and global. So we have delivery centers, more than 20 of them globally. We've got customers that where they'll sign in the US and have kickoffs in China and London, and of course within North America. Now, we are a Oracle only on the back end. And what that means to you as a customer is, we mentioned it briefly, is we've created a lot of accelerators, and Raj will go into those later. And we're able to reinvest into the software. So we've created numerous extensions for HCM that are specific to industry. specific to the technology as well. And we'll continue to develop those. And those extensions are for you, free of charge. We've created this through our experience. We have a center of excellence offshore that is driven by industry, but also by technology pillar. So again, when we engage with you, you're taking the benefit of what we've done in the past, and we'll get those configurations ready for that we've used with other customers within your industry. And that really does save time. And if you're at all familiar with implementation, saving time means a more cost-effective solution. So let's go to the next slide. So this is a little bit about what others have said about us. So Oracle, we've won numerous Partner of the Year awards. We've won the HCM Partner of the Year award globally, and then we've also won the Development Partner of the Year award as well. And that was for our contributions to further develop the product and helping Oracle product teams in enhancing a lot of the features. Now, what the analyst firms have said, so Everest Group not too long ago did a checked across the various companies and various disciplines of software implementation. And when it came to Oracle, they found that we were in the top 5 globally. We're pretty proud of that accolade. Mastek and our Oracle division came about through an acquisition of Evasys, where both Raj and I came from. And that's where we were recognized as a top partner within the Magic Quadrant. Now, you'll see 19 global implementation partners there, and we're classified as a niche player. And we're classified as a niche player because we only do Oracle. So within our quadrant, we're actually ranked the highest. And these are, from what I understand from Oracle, Oracle has 25,000 partners globally. And we are very proud of the fact that we're in the top 5 for Everest and the top within our quadrant on Gartner. And that's really important when you're looking at deciding on who is going to be your implementation partner, because you want the experience, but you want also the customer satisfaction. And that's how we were ranked here, is by customer satisfaction. So at this point, I'm going to turn it over to Raj to talk about HCM. Thank you.
Thanks, Rick. Thanks. So, so what we have done is we have collaborated with Oracle, and we have came with a framework called HCM Now. The HCM Now framework is essentially designed to integrate every HR process with a comprehensive suite of solutions, and it helps in facilitating swift adoption and supporting organizational growth. Because a lot of times what we have seen is, while we do the application up and running, we also want to make sure that when the organization is growing, according to that, we are able to scale the software as well. So all those things were considered, and that's where we came up with the Oracle HCM Now framework. Now, while designing this framework, we focused on 3 key points. The first is accelerate time to value. What we have done is, in this fast-paced environment, leveraging modern technology to enhance daily employee activities is crucial. And traditionally, implementing HR applications required several months, which delays the realization of the value and the impact it can do within the organization. So with HCM Now, we aim to reduce this time frame, enabling operational deployments within weeks. So with this framework, we can have the Oracle application up and running within no time. And then this acceleration is supported by internal investment that Mastek has done in advanced tools and best practices, which we would further discuss in other slides. The second point is to adopt quickly and easily. the success of an application hinges around the widespread adoption within the organization. And historically, extensive implementation period had led to a slow post go live adoption, often becoming an administrative challenge. So with HCM now, we wanted to address that and want to introduce embedded AI and generative AI tools which can simplify user interactions and enhance the daily activities, just like, let's say, raising a requisition, filling out, let's say, timesheets and everything else. Additionally, we Oracle has introduced the Redwood, which helps in streamlining the interface and reduce number of clicks. So let's say traditionally with your application, you might be doing several clicks in terms of navigating to a specific form or doing a specific transaction. With the modern UI and quick adoption, we are able to reduce those number of clicks and make sure that the entire application has a streamlined interface. And then the third, which is core to the HCM now, is to cut the cost and save on the time. Now, HCM now leverages the extensive HCM expertise that we have based on our numerous implementations that we have done. And what we wanted to do is we want to maximize our experience, and that's where we came up with an approach called HCM now, where we do kind of a rapid implementation using our industry expertise and straight away bringing that experience around how the application can be done within your industry, within your HCM applications layout. And this not just reduces the complexity, but also reduces the operational cost and streamline the processes internally. So those were the three key points that we kept in mind while designing HCM now. Now, I always get a question that while those are good points, how can we as an organization determine whether HCM now is a right program for us, what could be done and so forth. So that's where, along with HCM now, as a first step, Mastek offers a complimentary assessment. And this assessment is really very detailed oriented, where we connect with you, we understand your requirement, and then we basically provide you kind of a detailed report, which not just helps in terms of building a business value proposition, but also showcases the future roadmap, that how this HCM now, along with Oracle modern application, solves the problem internally at your organization. And this complementary assessment that we are talking about is relatively very quick, although it is very detailed, but we can get in touch with you, and then within a week of time or 2 weeks of time, we can turn around a detailed report, which would help you in terms of understanding that how different areas can come together and create a magic to have that seamless experience with Oracle and Mastek. So that's a background around HCM now and how we do our free assessment. Going to the next slide, this is more around talking about how this HCM now actually gets operationalized when we get to a specific customer. So what we believe is, rather than having everything up and running and waiting up till that point of time, with HCM now, we want to build a very strong foundation. And once the foundation has been built, then after we can expand the footprint, like let's say, we can add on additional value adds on an HCM side. We can also think about adding other side areas from an Oracle and how it could help. But the first step, what we wanted to make sure is we built a very strong foundation. And with that, basically, we have created a kind of pre-packaged bundles. And those bundles, in the next slide, we can see, but we can get this HCM up and running within less than 12 weeks of time. And that really helps in terms of driving a significant business value. It also helps internally on the HR side to transform a lot of operations where, let's say, right now you are doing kind of manual activities. there isn't a lot of compliance done at your end. All those things we can make sure that within that time we are able to transform. Along with that, we improvise the efficiency, making all the process very transparent. And rather than having all email based, paper based trails, everything is within one application. And with HCM now, our vision is to basically optimize on the implementation cost and time. So that's the whole idea on the HCM now. These are some of the pre-packaged offerings that we have created. And again, all this pre-packaged offerings come with baked in AI enablement features. So what all things Freya was talking about with generative AI, with embedded AI, all these packages, whenever we implement for a specific customer, we make sure that AI is part and core of it, because that is certainly going to make a lot of efficiency, process optimizations, and it will also ensure that we are leveraging the cutting edge technology that Oracle provides as part of the application. One other thing also at this point of time on this package is, while it considers all the AI features and functionalities as well as the implementation cost, there would be a licensing fee that would come based upon what kind of package that we are leveraging. So whenever we are talking to you, we would basically take this as a baseline and add the licensing cost that is required from Oracle in terms of having the application for your specific organization, for your specific employees. Now, with this HCM now, we have basically backed with several accelerators that we use as part of the delivery. And the reason why this HCM now has been a great success, that is essentially because of this accelerator tools that we have created. The first tool that I would like to talk about over here is pre-configured HCM environment. The way we are revolutionizing this implementation is, rather than going with a traditional approach where we go through several templates, introduce late application in the implementation, straight away we basically go with a pre-configured environment. And this environment are specifically configured with the HCM best practices within your industry. So we don't need to go back on the drawing board and do everything for a specific customer. Rather than we come with a lot of recommendations based on our experience, that this is how the process would look like, this is how the compliance, be it from a payroll standpoint, from absence standpoint, from a legislative standpoint, could be handled into Oracle, and this is how the AI can play a specific role in terms of optimizing. So that's the way that we want to operate, and that's where this pre-configured environment comes very handy when we are talking about HCM now. The other thing is our internal repository of tools for data conversions, for integrations, for reports. What we have done is we have created tools which could help accelerate and streamline the entire experience throughout this implementation. Data has always been a key whenever we are talking about HCM specific projects. It could be employee data, it could be several year-end, quarter-end balances, it could be your historic information for your recruiting. Data has always been the key. With this HCM now, we leverage the tools that we have developed, which not just facilitates, let's say, data movement, but also helps in, let's say, mapping of data, cleansing of data, transforming of data, and so forth. And with this implementation approach and the tool, we are able to do that pretty quickly and multiple round of times, just to ensure that by the time we do production cutover, everything has been pretty much ironed out and there are no surprises received at the production cutover. Similarly, on the integration side, we have internally developed 100 plus pre-built integrations, and those integrations are with several downstream applications. So for an example, let's say when we are implementing benefits, we all need to send the benefit data to the third party carriers. It might be your health vendor, it might be your dental vendor, vision vendor, and so forth. Internally, because we have already developed integrations with all those different vendors, we don't need to reinvent the wheel. And with the HCM now, we basically leverage the strong capability of that internal repository and making sure that we are quickly able to deploy those integrations and have quick wins and successes as part of the implementation. Last, which is very unique to us that I would like to talk about, is our value-based analytics. While we are so confident that we would definitely get the HCM application up and running for your organization, we want to push our delivery and want to make sure that we are not just getting you up and running on the application, but we are getting true measured on our KPIs. And those KPIs could be something that we can discuss in detail with you and mutually agree. It might be process optimization, it might be auditing and compliance, it could be, let's say, a kind of activity where we want to have more of exceptions. So we jointly work with you in terms of benchmarking those KPIs, and then we can also tie our payment method to those KPIs just to make sure that there is a skin in the game from our side and we are able to deliver on those KPIs that we mutually decide. So that's specifically a unique proposition. And for that value-based analytics, we already have 400 plus KPIs available, which we can leverage as a starting point. So that's something we wanted to talk about on the value-based analytics as well.
Thank you. And Raj, I just want to jump in for a second here on that, because I think that's really important in understanding the value of that is, when you're looking at making an investment like this, you want to measure what good looks like. You want to understand, is this a success by lowering the onboarding time? Is this a success by having the ability to set up learning sessions for your teams? And this is why it's there. It's there to help to build that business case, but also a way of measuring your return on investment that you're making. So if you quantify through these KPIs your success of the project and the implementation, we'll be able to track that. And that's going to be something that you're not going to get from day one of go live. That's going to be maybe 9 months later that you've now had the baseline and benchmarking done on those KPIs, and you're able to see the result. And what Raj said, and I hope that didn't slip through, is we're willing to put our skin in the game to make sure this is a successful project. So we'll put up to 10% of the total project cost in a KPI attainment payment milestone. Really, nobody has that level of confidence in their capabilities, but also in their ability to deliver ROI to a customer. So just want to make sure that was captured and that was understood. Go to the next slide, please. So Raj, do you want to talk about what's included in that assessment?
Absolutely. So while we talked about a little bit around those assessment, that free assessment includes a comprehensive HCM review and a strategic roadmap. Now, this comprehensive HCM review takes into consideration all sorts of areas, what you are using and how you are using. And based on that, we basically give you a strong recommendation that how Oracle and Mastek can help you in terms of solving a lot of the problems or the bottlenecks or the challenges that you are seeing right now. And these challenges could not just be from an application perspective, but it could be more of generic, like for an example, iterations. That's something that we have seen kind of a problem, and that's where we basically come up with how Oracle and Mastek, with the application and the tools that have been in place, helps in terms of maybe reducing or having a key focus on the traction with, let's say, dynamic skills and other areas. So this free assessment that we are talking about is really very comprehensive, and once we get into the nitty-gritties, we can actually walk through that, how those free assessment can help you in terms of showcasing the value and what Oracle and Mastek can offer as part of this HCM Now engagement. Um, and again, one thing that I want to highlight over here is, if we want to do that assessment, feel free to reach out to any one of us. You can also reach out to Rick. We have given the contact details over here. Rick, do you want to talk about the cloud world and how we can leverage that?
Yes, absolutely. So if anybody is planning to attend Cloud World, we'll be there. We'll be there with some of our HCM customers. And there'll be actually Samsonite, one of our customers, is going to be showing their show. We'll have a showcase, and we'd be happy to introduce you. There's going to be a couple of social events where we're very happy to introduce you to a couple of our customers that are going to be at Cloud World. And have you understand from them, how did the implementation go? How is Oracle working for you? These are accounts in that are Samsonite. We've got Fluid Master, and we've got a number of others. We'd be very happy to introduce you to them during your visit at Cloud World. And that is it for us today. So it's a little earlier. We try to keep these sessions at 45 minutes, so we're right on target. Are there any further questions? Any questions that you have that you'd like to put into the chat? So I see, have you had any public sector utility clients take advantage of your? Yes, we have. Yes, we have. As a matter of fact, in the utility space, we have a nuclear company that had some strict requirements on security. They just signed a contract, and we had a readiness kickoff earlier this week. In the public sector, we've had a number of them as well. So happy to have that discussion as well. Excellent. Well, thank you all very much for your time today. And if you're going to be at Cloud World, please contact me. Love to meet up with you and share some more thoughts and ideas. And otherwise than that, our team will probably be in touch with you to see how we might be able to help you and to encourage some dialogue. Thank you very much. Thank you all for your time.